Hey folks, C-Wit here, and I wanted to post the cut of the PTCS4 draft that I did last night on stream, and I thought it was a very interesting one. Lots of twists and turns, pretty crazy pool that might not have come in the order that I wanted, but I wanted to post this before we saw how this draft did. But if you want to see how it turns out, be sure to tune in tomorrow, July 12th, on Twitch if you are watching it on the 11th. If you're watching it later, I still think it's a very, very cool draft to watch. If you are able to tune in on Twitch, remember that there are special drops for all the streamers tomorrow. So be sure to jump around and get your drops from everyone and enjoy. So it's 1957, no DH. Righty homers are down a little bit. Average is down a little bit. It's a nearly perfect. So maybe we could have our second nearly perfect stream build win in a row. Fingers crossed. We'll see. So let's get this started. Again, the 1957 run environment is very similar to the 55 we just looked at. My goal is to go 4 starting pitchers and 5 or 6 relievers, depending on what happens. Home runs are pretty much the same as present day, but strikeouts are down. Everything else is pretty similar. BABIP is down a little bit, though. So let's jump in. All right, so first round. We're not getting off to a great start. This is not the kind of round you love to see. Yeah, Oysters, this is like, this is close, if not worse, to that bad 10th round that you had. This is a rough one. But I think it's an easy Adcock. You know, he's big power. Sadly, not in the direction you'd like, because it's righty power as opposed to lefty power. I mean, is Abernathy an option? I feel like Abernathy might be an option, because remember, this is nearly perfect. So you just want to take the better card quality and not waste picks on, like, mediocre cards. I think it's an easy Adcock. Simmons. Yeah, I mean, Simmons is good, but I think, like, he's not someone I would love to play. Like, and again, the question is, am I going to be able to find a VL outfielder better than him? And I think there are a bunch of options here. I think there are enough better options than him. Like I think like Adcock. Like Adcock just has, like, this VL is incredible. He does hit VR too. He has a little bit of flexibility. Like Simmons is like left field only. It also is no DH. I think I go Abernathy because I think this is like a legitimately good player in some circumstances. And Simmons really worries me in general. But definitely a bad pack. I am hoping we're getting the bad pack away early. All right, well, this one's better at least. So Smoltz is pretty good. Especially the reverse reverse splits are really nice. Dobson, also great. Tom Hall is strong, but I'm definitely not going to take him over any of these two pitchers. Pisano's pretty good. Max Clark's pretty good. Garrick's pretty good. This feels like an easy Smoltz and Dobson. I feel like they're likely 2 of the best potential starting pitchers that I could get. So happy gun with these guys. Again, I think Gehrig's probably very strong in this format and is worth considering taking, but already having one first base, I'd much rather just take the elite starting pitchers over the very good but probably replaceable Gehrig. So yeah, this feels a lot better after that first round. Then we got this round. So this round's interesting because Darryl Porter is likely number. Again, you need two catchers. Like I definitely take Irod over him. I would take I take Bench over him. I am unsure. I don't think there's another catcher I would take over. So Porter feels like an easy pick just to where he is in the hierarchy of VR catchers. And then after that, it's not great. Yeah, the rest of these cards are pretty bad. Cliff Lee is interesting. I'm tempted to take Cliff Lee. Like, I think Boyer's fine, if not strong. Like, Boyer could be a pretty good VR third base. Campbell backing up somewhere. I think I want to take Cliff Lee. Like, he's likely more of a bullpen guy. But, again, I think I could still see better things in the other positions. But, yeah, I'm taking Porter. And I think if people try and, put a bunch of lefties in, Lee should crush it. I mean, 173 H or AVL. The 116 ain't bad. The stuff matters less. The BABIP probably matters a little bit less too, and then the huge control, which shines when the other ratings matter a little bit less. So, kind of like Porter and Lee. Yeah, I think Lee probably plays up in this format. Again, because usually when some ratings become less important, control becomes a lot more important, and his huge control in a format where stuff doesn't really matter as much should be a pretty big lift to him. So let's go Porter and Lee. Okay. Well, this pack has some options. So we have, Woody Ford is a great option. We also have a lot of pitchers already. Honus is nice because he plays, everywhere. The flexibility, such a strong card is nice. Pools is kind of similar where, he has flexibility and power. Carter's good, but I think there are enough good catchers I could see in the last 5 that I don't really want to worry about that. I think I'm leaning Ford and Wagner. Wagner I prefer to be at third and not short. I don't love having 5 pitchers through 4 rounds in 55. But I don't hate this. Yeah. I think Carter's very good. I also think he's less good in this format because the avoid K, which is one of his dominant traits, is pretty irrelevant. So let's go Ford and Wagner. Maybe passing up Pujols will end up biting me, but let's go with this. Next pack. So definitely taking Ellis Burks. I love this card. It's very, very strong. A little bit of the wrong way, but could be a platoon guy, could play both ways, has defense. Burks is awesome. Brothers I don't love in this format, but I don't think is bad. Jimmy Collins is pretty good at third base. Again, I would prefer Honus to be at third, but wouldn't hate if I have to. The Tom House card is extremely strong, VL. But as I said, I already have a lot of pitchers. So I think it's either Collins or House here. I think House is probably the better card. But I'm loading up on pitchers a little much at this point. So I think we take Collins. Yeah, Burks and Collins seem pretty reasonable here. All right. Okay, so we got Irod, we got the best catcher. Definitely happy with that one here. I'm not particularly passing up too many exciting cards here. So like the other good choices, because we're not taking Dickey, because we have Porter and Irod. So he's off. Cargo's awesome, especially in this format. Cargo probably plays both ways with the lefty power boost. I think I like Cargo more than Murphy. Like, Cargo looks insane, doesn't he? Like, doesn't get the righty power nerf. Can play both ways. Yeah, I think I'm super happy taking Irod and Cargo here. Murphy would be the other option, but I think we just got it. I think Irod's just way too good that we just can't not take him here. So Cargo and Irod. And then here's another interesting pack. We got the new Mike Marshall, who's definitely the strongest card from a power level perspective. But again, is a reliever. We definitely need more hitters. So Adcock preferably is VL, but could go both ways. Chipper. Yeah, I guess Chipper VR is very strong. He could platoon with Collins, potentially. Or go to left if he really needs to against Burks. Yeah, I like Chipper. Chipper's good. Then it might have to be one of the pitchers here. Like, Puckett could be a VR platoon, but I feel like, VL platoon, but like I feel like, so Suarez has the defense issue. I think, and also he's nerfed VR because of the power bunch. So yeah, I think Chipper, because he's super, like, I don't love him VL, but he can be fine VL, but especially VR with when he's hitting as a lefty. I think Chipper is really good here. I think I have to go Chipper and Marshall. I think Caru's not great in this format. It could be Carew. I have 5 second base left. Like, I think Carew is like a B- option here. And Marshall is like, one of the best power level cards that you could get. I think I'm going to risk it. Like, maybe we can get some 18 betters faced, like, Marshall following up kind of guys. So, yeah, like, Crew's fine, but there's probably at least 5 guys I would prefer over him. So, I think we go Marshall and Chipper. Strong cards. I don't really love the mix here. Okay. Well, more pitchers. So we're definitely taking Tubby. Tubby is an incredible fit between the flexibility. We need a second baseman. John Anderson is really strong. Huh. This is putting me in a weird situation, huh? So, interesting. And I'm not even halfway through the pitchers yet. I haven't even gotten that many pitchers. But part of the problem is, like, there are 31 pitchers in the last 5 rounds coming up. Yeah, I mean, I'm just worried that this is gonna. My balance is brutal at this point. Yeah, I mean, Tanana's busted. Okay, fine. Well, we got Schmidt, who we don't have a spot for. And we got Bob Bailey, who also might not have a spot for. I mean, Schmidt and Bailey are the 2 best cards here by far. Do we put, like, do I have to put Chipper in left? Yeah. But the other problem is the rest of the cards aren't good either, because, like, I don't want to take another pitcher, because Horland's the next option. Like, I think I have to take them, and, like, maybe I end up, like, punting some defense somewhere and just going, like, big bashers. Yeah, I think I have to at this point. Like, I think I'm losing too much power level. Like, if there was another option that was, like, slightly worse, but I think these 2 guys are just way too good. This is going to be an interesting build, for sure. Okay. Well, this is another very interesting pack. This pack has some power. I think this is an easy Drew. This feels like an easy Drew. And then, like, Larkin's interesting, Bell's interesting, Dykstra's interesting. I guess the power's a little bit low on Dykstra, but Dykstra would be awesome there. All right, let's take a step back. Let's look at what the depth chart looks like, so we could, like, get a little bit of a decent sense of where we're at. So what is this? Cargo right, Chipper left, Burks in center, but, like, I would prefer to have another VR center. You know, Honus at short, Tubby at second, Adcock first, and then... Wait, who's better between Adcock and Bailey? It's Bailey, right? Yeah, I think it's Bailey. Is Bailey better than Chipper in left? Maybe Chipper just, like, ends up being, like, a utility guy. So we go Bailey in left, and then who's better, Schmidt or Chipper? I think Chipper's better at third. And then VL, Irod, I don't know, Scales, Adcock, Schmidt, Wagner, Burks, Bailey. All right, so this is kind of ish where we're at. So we can still use some outfield. I think it's an easy Drew. Drew feels like an incredibly easy choice. O'Neill is interesting. Where does that go? Do I have room? That would be Burks in center, and then O'Neill in a corner. which isn't terrible. Kilroy's kind of awesome too, but again, I don't want to take a picture. That's funny. We have both T. O'Neills. we have father and son. Like, yeah. I mean, O'Neill kind of also does. I think I'd go O'Neill over Cool Papa. I could still use a. I mean, I'm not going to eat pitchers. There are so many pitchers left. Larkin is also a potential option. Honestly, could it be Larkin here? Like, we have Drew, who I want second. Like, it could be Larkin. I think O'Neill yeah, we have 5 shortstop. Yeah, I mean, it's shortstop, left field, and pitchers. That's like all we have left. So yeah, all right. I'll pass on Larkin. I think we take Drew for second. I mean, the other option is I start thinking about doing a 18 batters faced with these pitchers. But yeah, I think outfield. I mean, we have 4 left, 1 center, 3 right left. You know, but there's so many pitchers coming up too. Yeah, that's also fair. All right, let's go. Ugh. Yeah, Burke, Shipper. So I don't have VR room. I guess I do if I want to bench Burks. Honestly, Dykstra could be the best fit. Or is Bell just better? Is Bell just better than Dykstra? Bell might just be better than Dykstra, huh? Yeah, Bell's just better than Dykstra. All right. I think we are going to go back to Cool Papa Bell because I can use a VR center fielder. I think. All right. We're just going to click it and go on. Well, are you serious? Oh my god. I hate this draft. What a weird draft. I mean, I hate it because this team doesn't make any sense. I mean, there's Ted too. Ted's insane. Like, I'm not even considering Connor, which is hilarious. Oh my god. I mean, I just took Cool Papa. I mean, I guess Beltran's not that far off of Ted. Yeah. Oh my god. Like, so Pat Dobson is gonna be. I mean, holy crap. And like Sandberg is like a legitimate choice as well. Oh my god. I'm legally required to take Spawn in the PTCS to potentially win Spawn. All right, Spawn and Beltran. This draft is a meme at this point. This is ridiculous. All right, round 12. Well, we got Yount, so that's an easy pick. We're definitely taking Yount. We got Sheffield. Ugh. I don't even know. This draft has burned my brain. I mean, I'm at 8. There's 4 pitchers in the last round. I don't particularly like any of the ones here. So Yount's an 100%er. Well, it's funny because it's like I've gotten great players, but the team doesn't really make any sense. Like usually the builds in drafts aren't that interesting, and the actual building this team is going to be fascinating. Like a lot more than I ever think of in terms of drafts. Yeah. No. Yeah, no. I mean, 100% it's fun. But it's also like, geez, this is a weird one. I mean, Sheffield's much better. Though we are losing his, we're losing the avoid K mattering. Pedro gets better defense and flexibility. Great. I have 5 minutes left. Can we... All right. So where are we at? So... Is Burks better than... I guess it's just Beltran, right? Just Beltran both ways. I guess I could use a first base, but I don't even know if there is. I could start Cool Pop at a first base VR. Like, is this the outfield? I don't even know. Yeah, I mean... it's Chef or Pedro. And Chef is the better bat. There are no first basemen left. There are 2 outfielders left. I think I have to take Pedro for the flexibility. I'm not seeing any infielders other than shortstop, which I'm not going to need to take. And I think the plan is an outfielder and a pitcher in the last round. Yeah, so let's go. No, Kiner is just left center. I would have considered Kiner if he could play first, but it's just left center. And then last round. Okay. So Knapp, Appling, Raditz, Orozco, Anthony. I think we take Knapp. Knapp and Orozco. Honestly, Anthony's worth considering. Not really. Let's just go Knapp and Orozco. Nine and a half pitchers. So let's figure this build out. I mean, I would prefer to not use nap at all. All right, so like Irod's still just all right. So I think we go. I think I'm fine playing Porter over Irod. It's close, I think. But I think especially with the righty nerf, I think Porter maybe gets a little bit of an edge. But of course, Irod I'm happy playing VR if he needs to. All right, I'm just gonna clear this because I need to look totally blank. I need to just clear this because this is such a... All right, so Porter VR. Wow, there's so many righties too. All right, so let's put in the obvious spots. So Porter catcher, Drew at second, Yount at short. Let's go Cargo in right, Beltran in center. Chipper at third over Schmidt and Collins, right? So let's see. So I need first, third, and left. And Chipper. Ugh. So Bailey's playing somewhere. Ideally, I'd rather Bailey be playing first, but Adcock can only play first, really. Schmidt will be VL only. So is this Adcock first, Bailey third, Chipper left? Porter, Adcock, Drew, Bailey, Yount, Chipper, Beltran, Gonzalez. Or I move Bailey to first and then put one of these other guys in. Like Guerrero has a lot better defense. I don't even know. I'll deal with this depth chart. I like how it's 10:20. I haven't built a single tournament team yet either. We're definitely gonna have to do more tomorrow. All right, and then VL, Irod. Let's go. Now I'm definitely gonna get down in the second round. Beltran center, Burks left, Yount. Wait, you need Schmidt in. Bailey, Scales. I haven't. Burke's right. Bailey left, Adcock. Yeah, I don't know if I navigated things the right way. So like the Oysters draft, I think that was a C pool, and I made like a B draft of a C pool. I think this was an A pool, and I think I might have done like a C plus draft. I do not like the way that I navigated this. Like, I definitely don't think my choices were particularly optimal. Like, it's hard. Well, so I mean, like, you think I am? I don't know. Like, I guess it's hard because it just kind of came in like a weird. It came in like a weird, like a weird order. So it's like I don't know, like in hindsight, what I would have changed. Yeah, it was a tough draft in a strong pool, and I guess that's also saying like you have, yeah, like the power level is super strong. The order was off, and I think I did maybe an okay to solid job. I don't think this was perfectly navigated. I would have loved to see what others would have done here because this was a fascinating one for sure. And I guess I'm not like sure because I have so many guys that like aren't playing anywhere. Like Cool Papa, Pedro, Honus, Collins, and Knapp are all playing no ways right now. Although I guess Scales is better than or Knapp's better than Scales VL. Maybe. Oh yeah, no, definitely. Okay. Like Bailey needs to play both ways. Am I overrating Adcock? Like, I feel like there's a chance I'm like really overrating this card. Although he is approximately the year. And is this the actual team that like the stadium is? So I feel like for the chem boost, I feel like I gotta play him for the chem boost. Yeah, it's tough. I'm not convinced on this build. This feels like a good build for microing. Like I think the biggest positive I'm taking away from this build feels super flexible if I'm able to micro it. Like I have a lot of potential options in other places for the other matchups. Well, thankfully I can, but not as much as I would if I wasn't streaming. The streaming hurts the microing a little bit because we're going to be watching games and going back and forth between a bunch of different things. But we'll see. And then pitching, again, I don't think I like. Maybe we'll put Cool Papa Bell later on, but I think for now we don't worry about that. I think we go 4-man rotation. This is just dirty. Like, I don't even know. Do I just go like double specialists, dual stopper, like is this a like I don't even know. I might be overthinking things big time. But like maybe. Like I just go like do I even want to do a strong hook? Like I think I just leave the hook in the middle. And maybe like a stronger reliever hook. Let's go matchups down. Although maybe we go let's go like late inning extra matchup. And then like batting matchups like really pinch it or really go ham there. Let's get some decent pitch hitting. Maybe. Like I don't even know. I'm just totally just screwing around with things at this point. Go like a 130. I don't know, guys. This is such a weird build. I think we're going to leave it here. I might look again at some point. But I want to get to some other stuff.